With a small creak, the door opens. Looks like my suspicions were correct. Hanako is indeed here. She's sitting at the table with an open book in front of her, but she pays it no heed as she keeps looking out the window. She looks utterly oblivious to my presence. With her head thoughtfully resting on her hand, she looks calm and collected. It's a shame that she can't look like this more often. Smiling a little, I walk up to the table and softly speak to her. Good evening, Hanako. How are you? Hanako's head turns a little to see me, but she's still only half there. Put a hand on the table and lower my head to better look at her face, mildly curious about what mood she's in. I can't get a read on her. What's up? She gasps a little, finally acknowledging my presence in the room for the first time. Hanako's blushing really heavily. Her mouth is just open a little, as if paused mid-sentence. Most striking, though, is what she's doing. She's looking directly at me. Her eyes are pinned on my own. For such a close distance, I can almost see my reflection in them. Well, I can't. That's like a white light type thing. They don't turn away, nor move at all. They're absolutely still, just looking into mine. I wonder what the hell she is thinking. They're dark and give her an almost analytical air. Even when reading on subjects she has no interest in, she would appear to wrap her work to a casual observer. She absorbs information very well, and even now I could feel that. So she's like a fucking, like, I don't even know, the War of the Worlds type thing, where those things just sucked up people and absorbed them. She's fucking sucking up my brain. Oh, God. She says, oh, I can feel it. I feel like I'm seeing something behind those eyes I never saw before. I don't know what it is, though. Hanako? Her lips move just a little. Oh, God, silently mouthing something. Oh, God. She looks like she's on the verge of saying something, but won't say it. But that's the way Hanako always is, on the verge of saying something, but never quite doing it. She's like, I don't know, like a scared deer, almost. Always. Looking intently into her eyes, I realize something. She's not wearing any pants. Everyone has their own thoughts. Things they want to say, their own worldview. But I can't work out what Hanako wants to say, and I can't work out what she's thinking. I've really never been able to. How can you be in a relationship with that? Yeah, it's frustrating. It feels like it feels like I don't know her at all, despite all the time we spent together. Hisao? It's only now that I find myself blushing. I've been looking directly in Hanako's eyes for such a short distance with absolutely no regard for her. She's been looking into mine without shrieking away. Fucking just two awkward fucks just looking at each other. Hey, you awkward? Yeah, I'm awkward. So let's fucking just be awkward back and forth. I quickly look away while covering my face with my hand. What? Hanako just does the same. Wait, this is fucking weird. You guys got some weird sign language. Another awkward silence reigns. I hate these. First, I accept them as just being a fact of life around Hanako, but now all they feel is an affirmation of how little we're able to communicate. Oh god, the relationship's going to the shitter. Some anger makes its way to the complex mixture of emotions I'm experiencing right now. I want to bridge the gap between us. Friends shouldn't have to tiptoe around each other like this, so fucking bring it out, Sal. Bring out the big guns. Hanako, get naked. I speak before I can argue myself out of what I'm doing. My scarring isn't as bad as Hanako's, and I can't possibly compare my life to hers, but I want to show her that she's not alone. Doing this is such a oh, no. Don't. I know what you're thinking. I wouldn't do it. I would think otherwise. That's going to get you in trouble. Like, oh, God, they say no sex allowed in dorms. Might be the only way to get my point across. Hanako, I want to show you something. It's long, it's thick, and probably 4 or 5 inches. And no, it's not that. It's something else. I take a deep breath to prepare myself. This could backfire badly, but I feel as if we've come close enough for this to be okay. I'm not going to strip naked or anything weird. I'm just going to take off my shirt. That's stripping naked, almost, kind of. Hanako's eyes grow to see the size of saucers. Her face is an amusing mixture of curiosity and nervousness as she stands. Oh my god. It helps take the edge off my own nervousness at doing it in front of another person. Slowly, with my entire body feeling tense, I unknot my tie and begin to lose the first of the buttons. Okay, I feel really weird reading this. I'm trying to mentally block out Hanako to make this easier, but it's not really working. As I work my way down, I expect to hear some protest from her. She remains silent, though, which just makes this feel even stranger. With the last of my shirt unbuttoned, I take a breath and look at her. Hanako's gaze is fixed on my scarring, as expected. And once I nod to say it's okay, she steps forward and tentatively places her hand in a vertical line running down my chest. The scarring on her hand, a pattern of damaged skin across its surface, contrasts to the single uniform line that makes up mine. Her hand is trembling and all. Her hand isn't trembling at all. What? Really? So she's focused and calm, unlike what I predicted. This is the scar from the surgery that followed my heart attack. The surgeons had to cut open my chest to operate on my heart. I never knew. Hanako's words are calmer and softer than usual. I should reread that. I never knew. Hanako's words are calmer and softer than usual. The soft feeling of her fingers moving from my scar to my breast makes me hesitate a little before continuing on. You're the first person to see this since I left the hospital, Hanako. It has to mean something. But Why are you showing this to me? I wanted to prove to myself that I could do this, that I could accept my past and move on. I want to show you that as well. She nods. From her reaction, she seems to know how difficult this is for me. More than anything, this scar represents a visible reminder of my condition, a reminder that I'm not normal anymore. That's okay, Hisao. We're all not normal on the inside. That's something that, until now, I tried my hardest to ignore. As the minutes tick by, Hanako's gaze lingers. Her eyes look less focused on my scarring like they did before. The situation feels a bit different than it previously did and makes me feel slightly uncomfortable. Her hand retreats and I draw my shirt close and begin to button up. Her blushing face suddenly turns into a typical tense and timid state as she looks away. The room is completely silent as I fix my shirt and tie, feeling put off after such an unexpected incident and moment. So, I guess you're not the only one that's scarred, which is kind of hurtful as hell. You have it like one little mark, like a scratch, if you will. She's got it everywhere, and you want to say that she shouldn't feel weird? Yeah, nice try, buddy. Yeah, Hanako smiles a little joke, thankfully lightening the atmosphere a bit. Thank you, Hisao. I think I understand. I really didn't know how she'd take it, but I'm glad everything seems to be worked out as I hoped. Hanako smilingly proves that further. I'm finding the path I want to follow now, and what Hanako needs to do is find her own. It's something I can't help her with, but it's something that she needs to overcome in her past in order to do. So maybe Lily was right. Hanako checks her watch. It's getting late by now. Hisao? Yeah, I better be going. I have class. I gotta write a letter. I'll be thankful for some sleep. It's been a long day after all. Good night, Hanako. Good night. That's it? Man, I thought I was gonna get more of that. I've been swindled. I showed my scars and got nothing in return. Alright, so is the life of Hisao, the awkward boy from Timbuktu. I make my way out of her room and into the hallway. Remaining silent as I do, I think both of us have gone through a few emotions today. Yeah, me three. It's a sad moment. But you know, that's what we do. Katawa Shoujo. Do. I'm not cutting onions this time. That wasn't as emotional as I thought it would be. I'm okay, I guess. I'll be fine. Hanako has us all. The heat of the summertime sun beats on my sweating brow. Dabbing with a handkerchief doesn't help too much in making me any more comfortable. Giving up the idea of getting any more done today, I stop and lean against one of the overpassing fences, resting my bag on the ground. The stores in the town below Yamaku are well stocked and offer enough variety for me to get by, but at least an occasional shopping trip to the city is somewhat that really can't be avoided. Me too, I gotta go get gas tomorrow for my car. That cannot be avoided. No. The city's layout is getting more familiar, and nostalgia from its atmosphere is beginning to wear off. I realize I've begun to wheeze. I sound like an old man. And having to connect to the fact that the source is a bit disturbing, I put my hand on my chest and concentrate for a bit to make sure I haven't gone far enough to cause any further problems. Thankfully, my heart is acting normally. Oh look, I'm a doctor now. There's no dull pain, the beating is regular, albeit fast-paced as I recover from overdoing things in this kind of heat. I hate my body. It's frustrating to be held back, and even more to be held back by fear of my life being ended when doing something as simple as walking around the city for a while. My dick is ringing! As I ponder on my health, I feel my pocket vibrating. Oh, maybe Hisao's turning into a little bit of a lady with the vibrations. By the time the phone's begun to ring, my hand is already fishing for it. I glance at the screen. It shows a cell number I don't recognize. Strange. Shrugging, I press the button to answer the call and bring the phone to my ear. Hello! Hisao Nakai speaking. Who the fuck this? ... Shizune? Why the fuck would Shizune be calling me? Sound of a couple short breaths can be heard, but no actual speech is forthcoming. Hello? Oh, hey! It's Hanako. That's weird. Hisao? It's Hanako. Her voice is really easy to place, even if I've never heard over a phone before. Hanako? Yeah. What's up, brah? What are you doing? I if you're not busy, I was wondering if you would like to meet up? Yes. I mean, she sounds really wound up about this. I can hear muffled voices in the background. It's time for the afternoon tea, so I guess she'll want me to meet her at the Shanghai or something. That sounds fine. Are you at the Shanghai? I'm in the city. Why the fuck is she in the city? She can't be in the city. She can't handle the city. Oh god, maybe she's crazy. Maybe she's lost. Maybe we gotta go rescue her. Maybe we can be the guy that saves her. Hanako's here? Alone? Well, that's a big surprise. Still wonder she'd like this if she's surrounded by people and entirely by herself. That works out now. Well, I'm just wandering around there. Where are you? Hanako manages to stammer out the street name, address, and some basic directions to where she is. Luckily, it's not too far, so I agree to see her soon before hanging up. Look at the sky. The summer heat's beating down. It's not the only thing that's going to get beat down if you don't fucking find this relationship and do it correctly. First time Hanako's asked for us to do something together beyond a simple board game. And the first time, well, at least since I've known her, that she's come to the city by herself. Maybe this means Lily was right. Damn! Always trust a blind girl. Oh, I remember this place. This is where we were last time. By the time I managed to stagger up to the cafe where Hanako is, I started to wheeze again. I'm sweating so much that I feel like a melting popsicle, and can barely hold the bag in my hand. I need to sit down badly. Tables outside are all occupied by busy chatting couples and girls gossiping between themselves. I wonder how big a dipstick is. I wonder how big that is. I wonder if these clothes make me look fat. I wonder if this makeup is good. The contrast between the different age groups and fashions of people here and the people from the town near Yamaku is striking. I scan over the people sitting at the tables, but I cannot see Hanako. She did say she was sitting outside, so I must be missing her. Not difficult, given how small she usually tries to make her presence. I look around again, more still this time, taking particular care to see if I can find Hanako's hat. Oh, that stupid fucking hat. I hate that hat. I should just fucking throw it on the floor. Like one YouTuber said, you know, Hanako, there's two things I want to see on the floor. You and that hat. Oh. Or another thing. Hanako, there's two things I want to lose. My virginity and your hat. Hey-ho. Oh, man. Sorry, these jokes are bad. There she is. Sure enough, her head is kept low on the table she's sitting at, right beside the building in an inconspicuous corner. I walk up to where she is and make sure that I have her attention before I sit, lest I give her a scare. Hey, oh, hey, don't point the gun at me. She notices me and gives a small wave as I arrive at her table. Stupid fucking hat. Are you feeling okay? I try my best to laugh it off. Yeah, just wheezing. But doing so just makes me more in the breath. Not very fit these days. Don't mind me. I'll be okay. Hanako nods, but still looks a bit put off. Wait, so if we have sex, we're gonna die. Now that I can't get a good look at her face and something about her seems a bit different, I'm not sure if my eyes are playing tricks on me, but she looks kind of nice. Her eyes move upwards to look at me before quickly flickering down again. I begin to think this is going to be a rather quiet meeting, but a waitress thankfully arrives and sits down a cup of tea in front of Hanako. Hanako almost automatically turns slightly in away and lowers the side of her head. It's amazingly practiced motion, but does a good job of its intended purpose, hiding your scars from someone who's leaning in close. Although it makes you look fucking weird and awkward and like fake, I will say that. Her right arm is still lying on the table, though with the scar in the back of her hand quite visible, catches the waitress's eye, and I move quickly to distract her. Hey, voulez-vous coucher avec moi? Oh, you don't speak French? Well, then I will speak the English. Excuse me, may I place the order? The waitress nods and gives me a couple of seconds to look at the menu. Well, it looks like we'll have sushi. Actually, let me guess. What would Hanako want? Okay, he's gonna order a cup of tea, and no, Hanako wants what Hisao wants. Cup of tea, and what has he eaten in the past? He wants something light. Maybe sandwiches. Maybe a tuna sandwich. Tea and tuna. Could I have a mango? Okay, fucking, I'm done. Fucking mango smoothie. She gives a nod before almost enthusiastically bouncing inside. Everything is so different in the city, in more ways than one. Very fast, upbeat. I don't know if I can deal with that. Well, I was explaining before about moving out into the farmland. I mean, obviously that's a really impractical idea because I would need internet and like high-speed stuff and all that whatnot. But it just seems like, I don't know, like you got the hustle and bustle. I don't know if I like that. I like the slow-paced. You know, time is on your side. Live the life you want to live. Some people like the hustle and bustle. Hanako looks back up towards me and adjusts her head a little. If she's noticed the waitress staring at her scars, she doesn't know it. Doesn't show it. Not coffee? I think I'd die from the heat if I had something like coffee right now. Yeah, so we need more popsicles. Resting my head in my hand, I look to my quiet companion. She seems taken aback. Very unexpected reaction to my lame joke. An unwelcome emotion bubbles up inside me as I realize her reason why. Unlike most in Yamaku, indeed, unlike anyone that I'm aware of, my condition goes beyond limiting the activities I can do. Or to be more precise, breaching those limits could have more grave consequences. Thankfully, it's something that's rarely come up since I entered Yamaku. I thought it was so rare Hanako and Lily might not have even think of it at all. Turns out I was wrong. Hanako silently drinks her tea, so they think about me. They even care. Feels good to be cared about. In a way. Maybe, I don't know. Hanako drinks her tea while I wait for my drink. Determining that it's the right temperature with a small sip before she begins in earnest. Fucking weird language here. I feel guilty for being the cause of an uncomfortable silence, since in the past I've been kind of hard on Hanako for this. It's not the only hard we've been having for Hanako. Hey, oh, that's a dirty joke. Eventually, the same waitress as before bounces up, handing me my drink. I gather change from my pocket and drop it into her waiting hand before she goes off to attend to another customer. So how much funny money was that? My eyes linger on as she walks away. Do you think that she looks pretty? No, the waitress, no, my eyes are dead set on you. Hanako's following my gaze, her eyes taking in the waitress that served us. I could feel my blood slowly going to my cheeks as I rest my smoothie back on the table. Nah, can't really say that I'm really into that look. She just looked a lot like an old friend that I knew before I had my heart attack. Did you have many friends? That was smooth though, Hisao. I gotta use that line before. When someone says, are you staring at the person? Do you like them? And if like you're on a date? No, they just remind me of my dog and my sister, who it was disgusting, you know?